2,300 miles! Woohoo! Today is the day I will catch Firefly. Firefly is a woman I hiked with the Appalachian Trail with 2 years ago, much of the way. She started 5 days ahead of me on the Pacific Crest Trail, and I have, in a way, been trying to catch up with her ever since I started. And now it's Washington, and I believe today there will be a reunion because she took a couple days off for trail days and I've picked up my pace. Our paths will cross. I don't think she knows I'm behind her, so it's going to be a surprise. We have just entered the 6th National Park. The PCT passes through. This is Mount Rainier National Park. Obviously because Mount Rainier is in this park. That's amazing. It is a foggy morning. Chances of rain is high. I had to say goodbye to Firefly today, early this morning. I just got to keep moving. She's not on time crunch, so yeah, I'm off to catch up with the rest of the people I've been hiking with and then say goodbye to them too. It's another one of those timeless days. It feels like it's maybe 8 in the morning, but it's really close to noon. Without any sun, it's just so hard to tell what time it is without a clock. So I guess the good news is you end up covering miles before you realize it. Creepy burn area. The clouds seem to have finally lifted, but I'm gonna check out this hut, maybe stay here tonight. Decided not to stay at that cabin. It was gonna have locals, and so we're gonna camp near the road instead. It was supposed to rain every day all week long, but I see some sunshine. I'm not gonna get my hopes up because there's definitely still clouds, but it's looking good. Get another view of Mount Rainier from another angle. So snowy. An early morning hiking in the rain. It's a bit chilly out. I'm headed into town. It's about 16 miles away to charge up and refuel. Fortunately, I can't stay there long or else I'd be sleeping in right now. Yeah, hopefully it'll be good to take a rest and get some pizza. Got sucked into staying at a hotel because it's rainy outside. It is incredibly hard to leave a warm, dry hotel room to come out here and hike. It is still quite cold and rainy, and it's going to be like that all day. Probably the aftermath effects of that hurricane that hit Hawaii, I guess a couple days ago. I don't know. Yeah, so it's going to be a week of rain. Sad part is, I bet there's an incredible view out there, you just can't see anything. Woohoo! 2,400 miles! But more importantly, that means there's only 250 miles left. Yes. Wow. trail. These rocks suck. Oh. The clouds are lifting. Not picking up my hopes though. They'll probably keep raining. At least now we can see stuff. Wow! I hiked late into the night last night, and this is where I landed. It's a really pretty spot, but a mouse kept me up all night. This might sound kind of crazy, but I think the thing I miss most right now is dry feet. My feet are super wet. They have been for 3 days because they just haven't gotten to dry out. So those of you who have nice, warm, dry feet and thick, fluffy socks that are clean, I envy you. Well, it's managed to hold off the rain most of the day. We'll see what these clouds bring in. Looks like it's getting darker again, so much for no rain. I didn't get to camp till 9 p.m. Should have stopped earlier, but I was determined to make a 30-mile day. So, of course, all the spots were taken. So I'm set up in a non-tent spot on a bunch of rocks. My tent is set up really bad, so hopefully it doesn't rain, or else I might get wet. Mashed potatoes is a staple for most thru hikers. By this point, they're all really tired of it, but I can honestly say this is only the second time I've had it, and they're amazing. This is where I landed last night, but it was so dark I couldn't tell what the lake was, or where it was. I ended up camping right over there. It was a pretty crappy spot. I'm always fascinated at how they can build a path through these huge boulder fields. Good work, trail crew. Good work. Wow. It's magical. It is the 4th day of hiking in this on-off misty rain. I'm so over it. Everything I own is slightly damp. It's cold. Everybody's sitting at home, curl up on the couch next to the fireplace with a cup of hot chocolate and a good book or movie, and enjoy it for me, because that's what I wish I could be doing right now. Headed into Skykomish. It's one of the last trail towns on the PCT. I feel like it's going to be a very vortexy town. It's raining still, no surprise. Cold, wet. There's food there. I have an opportunity to stay at a free place with laundry and showers and more food. My trail family is going to come in later tonight. So yeah, a lot of things make me want to stay. But I can't. I have to get in and out, pick up a resupply package, eat some lunch, and then get out. Hopefully I can do that in 2 hours, because I can't be vortex at this time. I have a deadline, unfortunately. Pretty neat. I hear this is a really hard hitch, so we'll see if the fact that it's rainy will make that any easier. Either people will have pity on me because I'm wet, or they won't want a dirty, muddy hiker in their car. So Yeah. I don't have a strong will. Yeah. Spent way too long in town just trying to resupply and get stuff done and figure out, running into problems with a ferry around a fire closure and schedules, times of bus leavings and that kind of stuff. Anyway, it's complicated. So, ends up staying here tonight because of the time of the bus, essentially. That's probably confusing. But yeah, the vortex is real.
Local berries. They're like blueberries.
7 a.m. I'm back on trail. Yeah, so I ended up staying in Skykomish last night with my trail family. Wasn't expecting to see them again, but the trail has a way of doing that kind of thing. And yeah, ultimately I decided this is what through hiking is about, is spending time with people you meet and the journey. The hiking is only part of it. So 6 more days left, and there's going to be a lot of hiking in that 6 days. It's going to be a hard push to the finish. 30-mile days in Washington is not going to be easy, but I think it's possible. It's kind of interesting. I've been thinking about, as I near the end, I've been thinking about the beginning a lot more, and just what happened and all the memories and how stuff has changed. It's so crazy how you progress through a trail and your way of thinking and doing things change.